Good evening, everyone. This is Professor TK the Chemist, and welcome to my live tonight, where we're going to actually get into chemistry. So, if you are here today and this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a lot in place for you all over the next couple of weeks within this semester, and what we're going to be doing involves chemistry. So for those of you all that are new to my live, I do a lot of different hands-on sessions every week to help students learn chemistry in a fun and digestible manner. So I wanted to share this with you because I know some of you students are starting off the semester and you are nervous and you don't know where to go with all this information that you're going to have to undergo. But keep in mind that if you have the right strategies in place, chemistry is doable, okay? Chemistry is doable. So let me go ahead and make some adjustments here. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Okay. Normally I go live on other platforms, but tonight I am here on YouTube. And so what I want you guys to do in the comment box, I have my other links up. If you are commenting or would like to tell me what chemistry you are taking, you can always put that down in the comment box below, okay? Because I would love to know what chemistry you are taking this semester. Here's the thing. Each week that I go live, I will be doing different things to help you all in different topics of chemistry. I have an outline that I will actually go through. So if you want to be a part of this wonderful experience, make sure that you guys will click the link in my description box after this live is over so that you guys can get access to information that I will be given throughout the semester, okay? So let me do a couple of things. Here we are. Let's see. So on the board that you guys see here, this is going to deal with chemistry in the sense of things you need to know for an introductory chemistry class, for a high school chemistry class, an AP chemistry class, or even a general chemistry class. And that deals with significant digits and significant numbers. The thing is, if you do not understand how to do this particular part of your lesson, the duration of the semester is going to seem like a headache, okay? So let's go through a couple of examples here to kind of get you guys on the right track with chemistry and what you're going to have to know. So this first lesson tonight deals with significant digits, okay? Significant digits. Now, by all means, make sure you all participate. I would love to hear your comments. And if you have questions, of course, I'll be looking at the chat box over here to see what you all need help with. And I will try my best to answer your questions. So let's get into the first part of this. What you notice here, it says all digits 1 through 9 inclusive are significant. So when we look at significant digits, significant numbers, there are so many different variables that you would want to consider. So a significant digit are digits 1 through 9. So if I give you a number like 354, for instance, then all three of those numbers are significant. If I give you another number like, let's say 4,792, then all four of those numbers are significant. Okay? Now, take a look at the second example, though. Zeros between significant digits are always significant. So in other words, if you have zeros that are sandwiched in between other significant digits, then those zeros are going to count. So in this particular case right here, the 3,000, the 00, and the 9, all four of those digits are significant. Let's say I gave you another number like 15,003, okay? In this particular case right here, the 1 and the 5 are significant, but guess what else is significant? The 2 zeros and the 3. Therefore, you would end up with 5 significant digits. Okay. Now, Let's get to the next part of this example here, where you have trailing zeros. Now, what do we mean by trailing zeros? Trailing zeros are those numbers where in a number, they're only significant if you have a decimal point, and it depends on where the decimal point is located, okay? It depends on where the decimal point is located. So in this particular case right here, okay, suppose you have 100.0, okay? 100.0. What we're telling you is that all four of those numbers are going to be significant because there's a decimal present. So a decimal is like a ring where everything is significant to this relationship. So if I gave you, let's say, 500.00, then guess what? All of those numbers are going to be significant. The 5, the 0, and the other two zeros that come after the decimal. So in this case, I have 5 significant digits. Okay? And sometimes you hear me say significant digits. Sometimes you'll hear me say significant figures. Tomato, tomato, they mean the same thing. Now, if you have a number like the next example, 100, but there isn't a decimal present, the only significant digit here is the 1, okay? So the only significant digit here in this particular example would be the 1. Now, in example number 4, suppose you have zeros in the beginning of a number whose only function is to place the decimal point. They are not significant. Trailing zeros are not significant. So again, if you look at this example here, where you have 0.000 and then 79, the only numbers that are actually significant in this case are the 7 and the 9. So in this particular example, you have 2 significant digits, okay? Just 2 significant digits. It's that simple. It is that simple. Now, some students get statement number 4 mixed up with statement number 5, and that is zeros following a decimal and significant digits are significant. So zeros following a decimal and significant digits are significant. So if you look at these zeros right here, these leading zeros at the very beginning do not count. However, the moment you get to the 3, the 8, and the 0, those 3 numbers do count. So you'll have 3 significant digits in this particular example. If you look at the next one underneath it, you have 0 in front, so that 0 doesn't count. But guess what? You've got 3, 8, 0, 0, 0. Guess what? All 5 of those numbers, or those digits rather, are significant because the zeros come after a significant digit and there is a decimal present. Okay? Again, it is that simple, guys. It is that simple. So let's practice a couple of examples here to see what you know, okay? Let's practice a few examples right here. So take a look at number 1. You have 0.03. If we remember the rules of what we just talked about, the zeros that come before a significant number do not count. So therefore, in this first example, we only have 1 significant digit, okay? Just 1. All right. And number 2, we have 0.0300. Now, again, in this particular example right here, the zeros that come before it do not count, but the 3 and the 0 do count. Therefore, we have 2 significant digits. For number 3, we have 701. How many significant digits do you have in 701? Well, in this particular example right here, where we have the 7 and the 1, we know those two numbers are significant, but that 0 that's sandwiched in between the 7 and the 1, that 0 counts. Therefore, we would have 3 significant digits because all 3 numbers would count. And then finally, in this next example, 701.0, in this particular example right here, we would have 4 significant digits. The 701 is similar to what we did above in number 3, but then because of that decimal that's there and the 0 that follows, all 4 of those numbers will count. Therefore, we have 4 significant digits. In this next example, 5,000, that's 5, comma, 0, 0, 0. So now in this particular case right here, the only number that's significant would be the 5. The reason why the other zeros do not count is because there isn't a decimal present. But let's take a look at number 6 now. We've got 8,000 with a decimal on the end. Guess what? All 4 of those numbers count, so we would have 4 significant digits. Number 7, you've got 5,032.00. How many significant digits do you think you have in this particular example? So if you look here, you've got the 5, the 0, because it's sandwiched in between 2 significant digits, which is the 5 and the 3, and then that 2 that comes after it, followed by a decimal and those other zeros. That means we have 6 significant digits. In example number 8, look at all the leading zeros that come before that first significant digit of 3. All of those zeros do not count, but that 3 on the end is the only significant number here. Therefore, we have 1 significant digit. Number 9, 0.6050. In this particular case right here, remember the 6 and the 5 are significant, yes. The 0 that's sandwiched in between the 6 and the 5 counts, and then the 0 on the end also counts, which means we have 4 significant digits. Number 10, we've got 25,007. So guess what? In this particular case right here, we know that the 2 and the 5 are significant, yes. We know that the 7 is also significant because we know that digits 1 through 9 mean that they are significant. But also keep in mind that the zeros that are sandwiched in between 2 other significant digits count. Therefore, all 5 of those numbers are significant. Okay. Now, when we get into an example like this one here, where for number 11 and number 12, you only look at the base numbers, okay? The base numbers tells you everything you need to know. Don't worry about the scientific notation part. Look at the base number. For number 11, we have 4.25. Therefore, in this particular example here, we have 3 significant digits. And then for number 12, 6.7 times 10 to the 8th power. Well, if you look at 6.7, you actually have 2 significant digits, okay? And that's it, okay? That's it. It's that simple. It is that simple. If you have questions about this particular lesson, let me know, okay? Let me know, because what we're going to be doing each day that we meet, we're going to give you like little snippets of information so that you're able to digest the material in a small portion, okay? In small components, small pieces. That way you're able to accomplish the bigger parts that you need to know. Also, what we're going to get into this week, we're going to look at the rules for addition and subtraction, along with multiplication and division. So there are some examples that you'll need to know about this too. And here's the thing, if you want access to these worksheets, comment worksheet in the bottom of my video, and I can give you access to this so that you will have a copy of these worksheets that you can follow along with me, okay? So guys, this is going to be it for tonight. This is just a small snippet of what you all need to know for your general chemistry classes. And if you have further questions or concerns, make sure you comment and let me know, and I'll be sure to get back with you, okay? So you all take care. Have a good one.